You clicked on this video because you want to start boxing. Maybe you got a heavy bag at home, maybe you found some gloves buried in the garage, maybe you watched one of these big fights that have been happening and thought, yeah, I want to do that. Or maybe you already started but you're feeling awkward, stiff, or lost, like you're not doing something right. Either way, this video is for you. This video is going to be something I wish someone made when I started out. It is the clearest, most direct way to go from zero to real progress in boxing. I'm going to make this simple and practical. What to do first, what to avoid, how the first month's gonna look like, etc. My name is Reiners. I've been boxing for almost 7 years, trained across several gyms, and for the last few years, I've been studying the technical side of boxing daily. I have also been coaching for over 6 years, so I've worked with beginners, people training for their first fight, competitors, and people just training smart without getting hurt. So I've seen what works, what wastes time, and what makes people quit. So this is going to be a real plan from my own experience. Step 0. Showing up is the first skill before punches, combos, footwork. We need to talk about the number one skill you're going to have in boxing, which is showing up. Most people don't quit because they're not talented or not fit. I've seen many talented people quit. Let's be honest, it's not easy for anyone to show up and put themselves into boxing. If you spend a lot of time getting ready mentally, showing up takes an hour, etc., you're going to burn out. If you want to succeed in boxing, you need to remove friction. That could mean picking a gym that's close to you, having a clean setup at home so you can walk in and train, laying out your gym clothes the night before and the gym bag, or building a routine that makes it effortless for you. For me, as I mentioned, I have my gym bag ready. I know where the gym is. I know how to get there. It's easy. It's fast. I have my training schedule for the week, for the month. And obviously it's easy for me to say because I've been training for years, but it took some time to develop that, to remove that friction step by step so it feels easier and easier every single day. You just need to make training easy to start. So if showing up feels hard, you're already losing. Step 1. If you go to a gym, pick the right gym. If you're not going to go to a gym or train at home or on your own, just skip to the next step. The gym you train at matters more than people think. A good gym can fast track your progress for years. I've seen a bad gym break people's confidence, break their technique, get them completely out of boxing. So this is the easiest place to start. So here's what to look for in the green flags. First of all, the coach gives personalized advice. After you have your instructions, he comes up to you and gives you some tweaks, some adjustments to help the technique make sense to you, get better repetitions, get more quality, setting timers, tracking rounds, tracking drills. That's how you know you got a good coach. Another green flag is they got people that compete, they got pros, they got people that are really good and supported by the gym. You feel a community inside the gym, you can ask for advice, and that 10x's your progress because on top of the coach, you also got people that are good, that been in the ring, that been in fights and can help you succeed. Another important green flag in general is safety. They check that people wrap their hands, they got the hand safety. Beginners are not thrown into some sparring wars. Everybody has a mouth guard, everybody has a head guard or some sort of a protection, and you see that people care about each other. There comes a time where you have to go through a war for competition, but if that's the standard and it happens all the time in the gym, it's probably not a green flag. Safety in boxing is major, so it's important that the coach gives you tools, whether it be protective gear or drills and defense that you can use to protect yourself. Then there's the red flags. The classes feel random. You don't know what you're doing. The coach says something, then walks away, is speaking to others. They don't come and adjust the technique for you. They don't check in. They just let you kind of do things on your own and then you're tired and that's it. But you don't really progress that way because there's not the tiny tweaks that really make the sweet science. And then in sparring, again, you're doing what you're doing in training. In the fights, you do what you do in training. So that's a red flag. If there's no structure, if there's no personalization, if there's no connection with the coach, it's a red flag. Another red flag is sparring looks like chaos. Everybody just swinging at each other, trying to take each other's heads off. And especially beginners, I've seen this. They just throw them in there, don't really care, just say fight, try to hit the other guy. They just swing at each other. And what happens in the end? You don't really progress. You're tired, but you didn't progress. You go home, your head hurts, you don't feel good, you don't want to show up the next day, eventually you just quit. Another red flag, which is basically opposite of the green flag, is that there is no community. There are no good fighters. Everybody just kind of comes and goes. People got street fights, they got some street experience. The coach is not credible, so all of these things, they add up. There is always a better gym out there. There's always better coaches out there. So trust your gut with this one. Step 2. Now, this also applies for people who train at home or at a gym. It doesn't matter. Do your homework. Even if you train at home, it doesn't mean you're behind. It depends on what you're doing. What I mean by do your homework is a lot of beginners, even intermediate people, they skip this step. They jump straight into intensity, combos, etc. And then they feel bad. They feel stuck. And this is learn the fundamentals. Don't skip fundamentals. If you're going to skip fundamentals, you'll feel awkward months in. And the thing with this is once you get into the intensity, the coach doesn't have the time to come up to you and correct your stance, correct your balance, basic footwork that you have. In group settings or in sparring, you don't have time to work on that, right? You need to work on the punches, the defense, hitting and not getting hit. So what you actually need to learn first is a stable stance, balance when you punch. Then if you're training at home, you can also add jab cross on top of that. Learn one defensive technique, one or two basic movements as well. And that is why I always tell people to watch full fights, not just the highlights, because this is going to give you a big context of what's going on in the ring, what you need, what kind of tools you need, what it looks like, how long rounds actually are, a lot of small things that you're going to miss. And if you go straight into the gym, it's going to feel really awkward. So major thing, learn basics and study great fighters. Learn the most basic things, pick one and work on it. How you move, how you step in and out, how you circle, how you move laterally, how to keep balance when punching or defending. And if you want help, I made a full breakdown covering stance, fundamentals, footwork drills you can do at home. The video is linked on the screen and the link is in the description. If you complete this step, your boxing is going to feel way different. Step 3, basic gear you actually need. Don't need a whole shopping list to start boxing. Here is all you need. Hand wraps, boxing gloves, sports gloves that feel comfortable, and shoes with a nice grip. That's it. If you're going to a gym, ask what glove weight they prefer, or if you're training at home, just get a glove that protects your wrists and hands. Because once your hands are injured, you're done for a while, so protect your weapons. Step 4, your first session. Whether you train at home or a gym, your first session should be calm and focused. If you're at the gym, say hi to people, smile, shake hands, get to know people. They're gonna help you later. Ask a meaningful question, then take that one answer and work on that one thing. Regardless if you're at a gym or at home, warm up your whole body, everything from your ankles to your neck, your wrists, everything. Do dynamic warm up. Make sure to go through the motions so you actually feel warmed up before you actually get into the boxing, because it is an intense sport. It's gonna take a toll on your body. Get your brain and body ready. Be coachable. Listen to people. Really take that feedback in. Don't talk a lot. Try to really listen. Once you're past the warm up, get into a little bounce. When you get some exercises, focus on the balance. Really focus on the movements. Develop the neuron pathways that help you execute the movement cleanly. Once you have the balance down, it will get easier, I promise you. Start with your stance. Once it feels natural, add slow motion jabs and crosses. Add one simple defense like a slip or stepping back. Then finish with a couple light rounds of shadow boxing or bag work. Don't overdo it. If your hands and shoulders are completely burned out after day 1, you did it too hard. During that first session, I can't emphasize this enough. Film yourself from the side. You'll have a reference point for progress, and later you can look back at the video, see how you did this, how you did that, what you should tweak. Step 5, your first month plan. This is where people either progress or completely burn out. Don't train every single day. That won't help early on. Train 3 times a week. That's enough to build real skill without frying your body. So on day 1, focus on your technique. Day 2, add a little bit of conditioning. Day 3, you review those past 2 days where you filmed yourself and add light intensity. As I said before, film yourself from the side. Film yourself from the front. Whatever angle gives you a way to look at your balance, at your stance, at how you're throwing punches. Look at, is your posture collapsing? Are you throwing punches in balance? Are you rushing or controlling the pace of the technique? Once you have the filming done, you have proof of progress and feedback you can fix. Even if you train at a gym, film when it is allowed. And 99% of the time, it is. Just ask your coach, he'll say yes. You can just set down your phone. Later you can see and watch back. Step 6, what actually makes you good? It's not power, it's not talent, it's not speed, it's not being flashy. The people that actually get good are the ones who show up, drill the basics, ask questions, and stay patient. Don't try to skip steps. That's the secret. It's not even a secret, it's just that consistency is key. Boxing rewards people that build layer by layer, and I can tell this by experience. Some things you should also note is that boxing progress is not a straight line. Some days you'll feel amazing, some days you'll feel like you forgot everything. That is completely normal. You're teaching your body to move under pressure in fight or flight situations, in situations that technically put you in danger. So don't judge your progress by one bad day. Judge it by how far you come in the last 3 months or 6 months. That's when you'll see the difference. So recap, if you want to start boxing the right way, pick a good gym or train smart at home. Build your fundamentals before chasing combos. Keep the gear simple. Keep your first sessions focused. Train 3 times a week. Film yourself and stay patient. That's the real formula. That is what works. So if you want me to guide you through the fundamentals, click the video on the screen. Like the video, subscribe. It does help the channel grow. I post daily videos on boxing and practical self-improvement on my other social medias, and I post these YouTube videos weekly now. So I'll see you in the next one. Keep winning.